This is going to be my super in-depth analysis of the Dragon Ball Daima trailer, and boy did I discover some things. So let's just jump straight into it. So now, the scene that we open up with, this is most definitely, factually, and I'm very, very confident in this, the Demon Realm. And you'll understand why, as the video progresses, why I'm so confident in this. This is 100% the Demon Realm. Now, one of the things I noticed is this swirling energy around that they show in the next little bit of the trailer has like symbols and things like that, you know, like symbols you would see in like witchcraft and like sorcery and things like that floating around, which tells me all this stuff we're seeing is like magic based. Now, as we are zooming into the villains for Dragon Ball Daima, one of the things I noticed is that the one on the right is most definitely a Makaioshin, and more than likely a Makaioshin. He is more than likely the Makaioshin who works with whoever this little demon is that's looking over everything that happened in the Buu saga. That you can actually visibly see that they're checking out the Supreme Kai, Goku, Babidi, and what I think is going on here personally is I think that this little demon with the horns is actually related to Babidi in some way, and they actually allure to that later in the trailer because you actually see him like grab his fist and like get angry due to seeing Babidi. Now, how he's related to Babidi, I don't know, but I also think that this person that they show is in fact the new king of the Demon Realm. And the reason I think that is because not only does he have the painting, the eye painting that the demons have in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, he's also holding a cane, which is very, very reminiscent of what a king would have. So he is likely the replacement for Dabura after he was killed and taken by Babidi. So this seems like it may be very possible that Babidi is someone that they don't actually like. It's very likely that they may be upset that Babidi manipulated Dabura and used him for his own means. And I don't necessarily think that, I mean, it's possible that they are in favor of Babidi, but I actually think that these demons may actually look down on Babidi as an entity because he controlled Dabura and robbed the Demon Realm of their king, which would explain why he does the whole squeezing thing with his fist whenever he sees Babidi. Now, this machine that we see in the trailer, I don't know exactly what it is. It may be a vessel that the Demon Realm people use to travel. It could even be what Goku and Bulma and everybody else use to travel, but it seems that it has the ability to teleport in a sense. So it actually may be used to transport between the Demon Realm and the Mortal Realm. And I think that's actually very, very, very likely to be the case. I think it's very likely that this machine is used to transport back and forth between the Demon Realm and the Mortal Realm. Now, something I want you to notice here in this image for Bulma and Chi-Chi as children is that in the background there are adults, which means not everyone on the Earth has been turned into children. Only the people surrounding Goku, the Z-Fighters essentially, have been targeted as far as we can tell. It makes sense because Goku is likely being blamed in some sense for the things that happened to Dabura. So it's likely that the reason they're doing this is they probably have multiple reasons for doing this. And I'll get into that in just a second. So another thing I noticed is Korin and Goku. If you'll notice, Goku is actually using his Nyoibo. So he may actually be talking to Korin to gain access to his Nyoibo, and he's using the Nyoibo on Kami's tower. We also see a short scene of Goku's pod traveling to Earth, which means they may expand on that whole thing a little bit, Goku's past, which I would absolutely love if they expanded on like Grandpa Gohan and stuff like that, maybe even Dragon Ball Minus. This may actually even expand on what Goku did as a child when he first landed. Basically, the Toriyama version of what happened when Goku first landed and met Grandpa Gohan and had to deal with him. The image that we saw in the original Dragon Ball Minus manga of Goku interacting with Gohan, we may actually get to see that in Dragon Ball Daima. So Bulma is shown here looking through some technology. This tells me that it might be possible that she's actually traveling through the Demon Realm with Goku. So this is something that people have been talking about quite a bit, this green-skinned guy being shown right after the Dragon Ball. A lot of people are thinking that this may be Zalama. I actually don't think that this is Zalama at all. I actually think that this is likely, if this has anything to do with the Namekians, okay? If this isn't a Namekian and has anything to do with the Namekians, this is likely a Namekian who lives in the Demon Realm, and they may actually be trying to imply that the Nameks originally came from the Demon Realm, which would be very, very, very interesting, because that has strong suggestions for why the Dragon Balls exist. There's a picture that's being painted here that if the Demon Realm and the Namekians are somehow related, that's going to have huge implications for the series and the Dragon Balls, and it's going to expand so much on the lore of literally everything. So, like, the background information that we may get access to in Dragon Ball Daima may be revolutionary for the series. It may actually contextually explain things that we as fans have been wondering about for years and years and years and years. So, another thing I noticed is Goku and Shin hanging out together, sleeping. This likely means that Shin and Goku again serve like the main roles in this series, which actually makes a lot of sense because, again, as I showed you at the beginning of this video, there's obviously a Supreme Kai who's at fault for part of all of this. There's obviously a Supreme Kai who has some role in all this, so it'd make a lot of sense that Shin has a huge role. And plus, I'll get to it in just a second, and I've talked about this in previous videos, but Shin, he's just as at odds with the Demon Realm as a whole due to the fact that he's a Supreme Kai as Goku or anyone else is. So this eyeball that's shown, that's very different than the green guy we saw, I think this is actually the Supreme Kai that's shown at the beginning of the trailer. I actually think that this is the Supreme Kai, possibly, again, a Makaioshin that's shown at the beginning of the trailer. So we get this shot of a restaurant, and I've heard that this web anime is going to be a lot like Dragon Quest. So this may be likely where they meet the Mystery 2 characters that haven't been shown yet. They may actually meet the 2 characters that haven't been shown yet in this little facility here. So then we get more shots of the Demon Realm, more shots of the Kai and the Demon, likely the Demon King, like the new replacement for Dabura, checking out Boo and Babidi. And then we get, of course, a shot of Goku in the Demon Realm. So to end this video off, I just want to point out a few things. As I've talked about in my previous videos, the Makaioshin's role is to maintain balance in the universe in the same way as the Kaioshin. And Goku, if you really look at what Goku and the Supreme Kai did, everything that happened to the Demon Realm in that arc, everything, it really just lines up perfectly. If you really just think about it, Majin Buu was likely an asset to the Demon Realm. He was likely an asset to the Demon Realm. Dabura was definitely an asset to the Demon Realm. And thanks to Babidi, Dabura and Buu were both destroyed. Now, not only was Buu destroyed, Goku literally purified him. Okay? So, if you look at everything that happened at the expense of the Demon Realm in the Buu saga, it's no wonder that, they're upset. It's not shocking at all that they're upset and that they're trying to fix what had happened to them in the Buu saga, essentially. Now, whether or not they had the intentions of actually maintaining balance or disrupting the balance, I don't know. But their excuse is, as the Demon Realm, the reason that they don't kill all the Z Fighters and they just turn them into children to sort of get them out of the way is because the Makaioshin themselves still have to play by the rules of, universal development, right? They have their own rules like the Kaioshin where they sort of have to kind of be hands-off. So this is just their way of sort of, handicapping Goku and company from continuing to upset the balance of the universe by continuing to do what Goku did, essentially having Buu reincarnated as Oob and, taking down evil figures throughout the universe, disrupting the balance of good and evil in the universe. It's very, very likely that is what's happening here. And as Toriyama has established previously, the Makaioshin, the Demon Realm, all of that stuff has been expanded on by Toriyama, and Toriyama has said that the Demon Realm is a hideout for mages and demons and the Makaioshin. So all of this really lines up. Something else I noticed at the very end of the trailer is it seems that Goku is in the Demon Realm in the trailer. And another huge piece of evidence that I have that this is most definitely the Demon Realm is the fact that Sandland was advertised with Dragon Ball Daima, which Daima translates to evil magic. So essentially the whole thing is in reference to like demons, like Piccolo Daima. So the whole thing is in reference to demons, magic, evilness. So I mean, even just the title itself suggests that. But Sandland is about a character who travels the mortal realm as a demon. Beelzebub is a demon who travels the mortal realm. Goku is a mortal who travels the demon realm. So Toriyama did this really cool cross-promotion thing where he had Sandland on his mind, and it's very obvious that he sort of used this as the inspiration for Dragon Ball Daima, which makes a lot of sense because there's a character in Sandland that's a lot like Dabura. Dabura is likely a huge reason. His destruction is likely a huge reason behind why the Demon Realm is involved here. But yeah, when you consider everything that's shown and everything that I've said, it's pretty likely that this is essentially just a sequel to the events of the Buu saga, and that Goku and Shin have huge roles due to the fact that Goku is running around purifying everybody, and the Kai is essentially responsible for developing mortals in the way that the Kaioshin see fit. So yeah, this series is likely centered around mortal development, the Makaioshin, demons, magic. It's an adventure-style anime. Super exciting stuff. I cannot wait. In terms of lore expansion, this is going to be absolutely amazing. I can already tell there's all kinds of surprises and cool stuff in store. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it sort of helped you gain an appreciation for Dragon Ball Daima because it's super cool. It looks super hype. I know people were sort of upset that everybody was turned into children, but if you're just looking at everybody being turned into children when you're watching the trailer, then you're missing out on all kinds of cool context that paints a picture of just how cool and how much potential this series actually has. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.